for, good buddy?
Hey everybody, Brad here from Red Pines Homestead. Has been a while since I posted a video. We're about 4 days before Christmas right now, so it's just been crazy with Thanksgiving and Christmas and all the holidays. So anyways, I want to do a video. I've been getting actually a lot of people asking me about the console in the truck and that holds my 3 radios. Been getting actually a lot of compliments on it. So for those of you who've complimented it, thank you very much. So I wanted to do a video. I did take pictures along the way. I'll narrate those. And what I was looking for was a console that would hold a CB, my 1991 Patrolman scanner from Radio Shack, and I recently got my ham radio license, and so I also wanted it to hold a ham radio, a mobile ham radio. And I couldn't really find anything out there. And I've made small consoles before for other vehicles I've had, but this would be the biggest challenge because I wanted it in the roof. And I knew by doing that, I would have to cut part of the headliner out of the truck. And that's the scariest part. When you put that X-Acto knife, after you take your measurements many times to make sure it's right, and you put that X-Acto knife in your headliner to cut a hole open, that's the scariest part, because once you do that, there's no turning back. But luckily it turned out really well, and I took a lot of pictures along the way. The biggest question has been how I've attached it to the roof, and I'll go over that too. I got that idea. I can't take credit for that. I got that idea from somebody else who did a similar project. And hopefully you'll enjoy this. Hopefully it'll be informative. Please feel free to ask questions, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if by chance there might be a video clip in here where it looks really bright, I've been having issues with my phone and iMovie. It's been doing like a whitewash. So I'm actually doing this recording today with my daughter's phone. Hopefully the coloring of it is better. But so if you do see a bad video clip in there in terms of the brightness of it, I apologize ahead of time. I tried to update my iMovie, but having issues with that too. So anyways, before I get out of here, I'll show you the console that we're going to be talking about. Well, I'm right up against the console, so sorry for the close-up. But this is it. These little clips here aren't really, holding the main part of it up. I put that up there just for security, just for the heck of it, really. My goal was to have nothing showing on the outside, but I decided I don't really care. I'd rather side on caution there. So I made this to house the speakers. I have another speaker on the other side for the CB. I have my ICOM radio in here, my ham radio. I have my vintage 91 police scanner, and then I have my CB, which I might be changing that CB out. I'm not quite sure yet. Having a little bit of an antenna problem, but it's a really old antenna. So anyways, so this is what it looks like. I'm getting as far back as I can, and now I guess I'll just show you the process I went through to do it. So this is a contour tool. Basically, these are great. I bought one off the internet, but I left it up on the property. So I actually bought this one from Harbor Freight. It seems to work really well. And what it does, if you've never used one before, if you got to cut to a shape of something, like the inside of my roof, what you do is you just take this. I'm just going to go over and I had to cut around that saw. Then basically, I'm trying to get my hand in the right position. Basically, you just push this up against whatever you need to cut, and it will actually contour, whether it's a corner or a pipe or something like that. You push this up, and these will move to the contour of whatever you're doing. And then you just basically trace that onto your wood. What I did was I made this. This was like out of 1/4-inch cheap plywood. But what I did was I made a template. The radios are going to go on a 60-degree angle here. Some of the radio will come up over the top. but that's where the hole in the on the headliner will give them room to do that. Then it comes out over here, and I think over here I'm putting the CB speaker. So I put this together with a couple pieces of wood, made sure it fit. This is the shape of my roof, the headliner. Okay, and it actually fits up there just about perfect. So what I did was I took this, traced it onto oak. Actually, this is like a oak, it's a hardwood plywood. It's plywood, but it has hardwood on each side, oak. It was just a little bit cheaper than pure oak. So I went with this, it's gonna be strong enough. And this is what I got done cutting, sanding. I gotta make another one, so I gotta trace this onto this and cut one more piece. Basically just using a jigsaw and using my orbital sander here to sand everything out. So anyways, that's where I am right now. I will come back when I get a little bit more done. Okay, so basically I took the first piece of wood, traced it onto the wood that I'm actually building it with, and I'll use my jigsaw and cut that out. What I wanted to show you real quick was the layout of the radios. So here's the first piece of wood, and the CB, give or take, will be installed on an angle like that. This being, let me get my phone here, this being the top of the inside of the roof of the vehicle. These are each one of these are on a 60-degree angle. The next slot will actually be the this goes in here somewhere. This slot will be for the ham radio, and then this slot over here I believe is where I put the police scanner. But obviously bottom and supports and all that. But that's kind of how it will look from the inside of the truck. Each one of the radios pointing down. So I'll get back once I get a little bit more done. So I just cut the second piece. This is the rough cut. Now what I'm going to do, as you can see, now what I'm going to do is take the orbital sander to it and kind of sand off all the rough edges. I'm going to clamp the two pieces together to make sure they're exactly the exact same shape. And I'll come back when I'm doing that. Okay, so this is where I'm leaving it today. I got two of the boards in underneath. It actually goes like this. So the actual position of it is about, the actual position of it in the truck is about like this. So if I turn on its side, you know, the CB radio will come out of here, ham radio will come out of there, and my police scanner will come out of there. Everything will get stained, polyurethane. Everything will get a last sanding before I do all that. Any glue residue that might drip out will get sanded off on the exterior. But so far, it's nice and sturdy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lean it up against my granddaughter's toy there, and I'm going to put the fill in some glue on these two creases, let that dry overnight, and I'll approach it again tomorrow. So anyways, anyway, that's it so far, and I'll show you my next the progress of my next video.